There was once a woman named Eliza Penrose, born and bred in the electric veins of London. A woman of elegance and wild laughter. She worked in publishing and lived for the energy of city nights, jazz lounges, and rooftop wine. Love found her under the flicker of string lights at a summer garden party. A man named William Hawthorne, the charming kind with shadows behind his smile. Their whirlwind romance became the envy of all who knew them. But on the night of their wedding, when her lace veil had only just settled on her shoulders and her heartbeat could be heard in the silence between vows, William disappeared. No note, no trace. Just a call from the wedding planner saying the groom never arrived. The days that followed were black ink and broken glass. Eliza was found in her apartment 2 nights later, dazed, having drunk a bottle of absinthe mixed with sleeping draughts. But death refused to claim her. Instead, she woke in the hospital, eyes burning with tears and defiance. That was the day she stopped waiting to be saved. That was the day she chose to save herself. With nothing but 2 suitcases and her grandmother's locket, she vanished from the city like a ghost escaping its hauntings. She fled to Devon, to a crumbling cottage left to her by an aunt she barely remembered. The silence there was brutal at first, too wide, too honest, but slowly, the land began to speak to her. It was in the village's tiny antique shop she met Jude Linton, a furniture designer with ink-stained hands and a gentle smile. He carved art into wood and stories into their lives. He didn't ask about the past, and she didn't offer. He gave her space, love, and laughter again. They built a life on the scent of lavender fields and the rhythm of rainfall on tin roofs. 2 years later, Jude received a contract offer. His designs had caught the attention of a prestigious London firm. He was to create a bespoke collection for their penthouse suites. It was a dream. Eliza encouraged him, even though something in her gut twisted. She never expected William to walk into that boardroom. Older, grayer, but unmistakably the same. William's expression when he saw her clutching Jude's arm, glowing in a countryside calm he'd never known, was a mix of regret and disbelief. At first, he tried to act like nothing had happened, like old friends meeting again. But fate does not forget, and karma has a cruel memory. The project moved forward, but Eliza made sure she was involved. She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she smiled. But every decision, every correction she whispered into Jude's ear bent the contract to justice, delays, budget revisions, creative tension. She made William work not just for the project, but for the memory of every woman he'd ever shattered. And when the final piece was unveiled, a handcrafted spiral staircase engraved with wildflowers native to Devon, she stood beside it, triumphant. Later, she found William alone in the gallery space. He confessed he had panicked and ran from a life he felt he didn't deserve. He asked for forgiveness. She gave it, not to bring him close, not to rekindle what had long turned to ash, but to let go, to free herself from the last tether of pain. Forgiveness isn't a door back in, she said. It's a lock on the past. I only hope you never forget what it cost someone to survive your absence. Then she walked away, back to Jude, back to the lavender road that had led her to a second chance. And William never played with a woman's heart again. Not after Eliza. Not after karma came dressed in country linen and eyes full of fire. And so, the tale winds to its end, like the river that never forgets its path, and the wind that whispers the truth through the trees. From the city lights to the countryside's quiet grace, Eliza's story reminds us, even in heartbreak, a new beat can rise. What do you think? Was it fate, or simply the courage to begin again? Tell us in the comments below. Your thoughts matter in this circle of stories. If this tale stirred something in you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a step into the wild, the twisted, and the true. This is Folktales of Many Tribes, where every story carries a lesson and every voice echoes through time. Until next time, keep listening, keep wondering, keep the fire burning.